In this video, we're going to show you how to automatically deploy your DevOps tooling containers every time you spin up a new Docker host, leveraging StackEngine. For example, let's say you're deploying Datadog, which we showed you how to install on StackEngine in a prior video. If you spin up a new Docker host, you'd like a Datadog container to be automatically deployed on that host, so there's no user intervention. We're going to show you how to do that in this video. Firstly, let's click over to Applications and take a look at the Datadog application that we defined in a prior video. Let's edit it to take a look at it. If we take a look at the settings of the application, we can look at the availability and scheduler rules. In this case, we want to look at the availability. Right now, what we're saying is one Datadog container should be spun up for every pool. A pool is a group of hosts that can run containers. What we want is to start up a Datadog container every time there's a new host in our infrastructure. So we're going to change this to say that we're going to start a container for every host that's deployed here. Let's apply that policy and save this out. You'll note that we created a new version of our application template here. Let's remove the latest tag from the old version and add that tag to the new version that we just defined. Now let's launch an instance of that application that we just defined with the latest policy. I'm going to call this our auto deploy instance, and we're going to deploy it to the default pool, which is only one host in there right now. Okay, so we should be starting up, and here we go. The task scheduler is showing that we're starting a new instance of the application that we just defined. And we should be able to see that. So we can see the container running here for that new instance. If we go back to our application, here's our new instance, and indeed there's that container running on our one host that we have right now. If we jump over to our Datadog dashboard, we can see that the container we just deployed is feeding back information, and we have a few widgets just for the purpose of demonstration here. We've got the system load broken out by host. It looks like there's one host right now, as we can see in our system. We've got the top running containers by Docker CPU, and we've got the one container there that's running Datadog itself that we've deployed on our one host, and we've got a total of the number of running containers. So with that, let's jump back over to StackEngine and deploy another host. So back over in StackEngine, we can see that we have only one host active right now, host B, which is our leader in our mesh. Looks like we had another host, but that's no longer part of the mesh, so only one host right now. And we're going to go and install StackEngine on another host and get it to join the mesh. We walked through the step to do this in the previous video. So let's just do this real quick. Install StackEngine real quickly, and then have this host join the mesh as a client and connect to our IP address here. Okay, looks like we have a join request for that host. You can see here host D, our new host. We're going to grant that and accept that into our mesh. So now we should have two hosts present in our mesh, or very shortly. And there we go. We can see we have two hosts in our mesh now. And since we've added another host to our mesh, we would expect, based on the policy for the application that we defined, that an additional container will now automatically be deployed on that host. And it does indeed look like there's a new Datadog container here being started up. We'd hope that that will be present on the other host. So let's go to our Containers tab. So yep, we can see that you see here on host D, this is the new host we added. We can see that Datadog is automatically being deployed for us. So a great use case here for you to be able to automatically deploy your DevOps tooling as you deploy new hosts with StackEngine. So if we jump back over to Datadog real quick here and look at our charts, we can see that we're actually getting two graphs here on two hosts, because we now have two hosts spun up. We're getting Docker stats on two containers because we have two Datadog instances, so we're actually getting stats on the Datadog instances themselves here, and we can see that we have a total of two running containers in our environment. So again, a great use case for automatically deploying your DevOps tooling, whether that's monitoring or logging via StackEngine, and have that automatically be deployed and picked up by your SaaS applications.